Yeah.
So the whole point of today was, what we say, fast money, quick fame.
Whatever. Yeah.
What consequences do it bring?
Idolizing celebrity.
Okay, explain that. So what are we counting as idolizing celebrities?
So the thing is, we live in a world where our reality, not specifically us, but like our reality is on a screen, a glass screen, and a light shining through it. And a lot of people invest into celebrities to the point where you know more about your favorite celebrity than like one of your close friends. So people get super invested in celebrities where it's like you invest in their drama, in their successes or whatever they got on their personal life, and you forget that they're just like they're literally just doing their job.
Yeah.
They're just us doing a job.
And you know what,
Yeah.
people don't even be realizing that if you support your friends as much as you support these celebrities, your friends will become these celebrities.
Myth. My love will last to the end of time. Sometimes I just be thinking like, I know supernatural beings don't exist, but lately I've been having dreams. I got a genie. He said you get 3 and he ain't giving out no freebies. These burdens piled up, I need 100 just to free me. Wishes in my hand, I gotta think about my fam. Of course I need some money, but what about my grams? That swelling and that aching in the body hurting bad. Grandpop's addicted, tell me money gon'
But I wanted to first start with that. You said, damn, what was you saying when you was like, when I said hold it?
Oh, scammers are up.
Oh yeah.
Scammers are big time.
That everywhere though.
Everywhere, especially like LA. Cleveland up for real. I know a lot of Cleveland scammers. Yeah, they go up for real.
They scam unemployment too.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing, though.
I never heard about
I never heard that shit. Yeah.
Probably with COVID.
Yeah, COVID.
COVID.
No, they in the SBA now.
Oh, SBA loan? Yeah. That's a free 10 racks.
I don't know how.
How is a loan free time?
Oh, it's messing somebody up.
Because they don't use their credit. They don't use their Social Security.
They use somebody else's.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's a dark web.
Yeah.
With everybody's Social Security.
So if I got access to the dark web, boom, Zay, Noel, all your information will come up. Everywhere you ever lived at, every school you ever went to, your social, your birthday, everything.
They could file unemployment under your name. Like
Yeah.
literally, they be getting paid for like months until you realize.
They emailed, my job emailed us about that. They were saying if you get a notification or a mail about PUA and you never got that, please file it to let us know because we gonna contact our lawyers and shit. So yeah.
But this be the thing though, they run up all that money and do what with it?
Right.
What we talked about last time.
They spending that as soon as they get it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They have no intelligence with it, bruh. They want to flash it. This is what they be doing.
On the gram.
When the pandemic first started, man, I seen dudes going to like Miami taking pictures in Ferraris and Lamborghinis, and they just driving around racing on the streets, and I'm like, man, y'all are really burning up all this money.
You talking about the stimulus?
With the stimulus, the unemployment, and they was doing that. How much was it?
It was like 70% of.
It was an extra, so.
Oh, it's extra 600.
600,
600. Yeah.
Oh man.
Extra 600.
Oh man, you couldn't tell this state nothing.
Shit, I mean, they just extended unemployment today since September.
For real?
Yeah, that the bill that passed today is like September. It's extended to September. We get what, 1,400 stimulus check. There's like a whole bunch of other bills they signed as well with that. But yeah.
Well, we talked about that before, like the finding the balance. Like obviously people need, you know what I'm saying? Those are good things. Like they were made with good intentions, but like you got people trying to get over on a system, and it just becomes a mess.
It's a bandemic. It's a bandemic. Everybody winning. If you ain't winning during this, I don't know. Honestly, I don't feel like this set me back.
It got me up for real.
It got me up.
Yeah, I took advantage of the situation.
Yeah.
They took advantage of the situation. I mean, it's a lot of loopholes in this shit.
I definitely feel for like when schools got closed down, so people who are working or something like that, you know, like they got kids and
I even felt for all them kids that lost their whole seasons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And senior year. Like,
And their whole senior year, no prom.
Yeah.
Like
Homecomings.
homecoming, all of that.
Graduation.
Yeah, graduations. Yeah.
being in your senior year
That's
and
messed up. It's so
the
messed up.
memories you got.
You can't walk the stage.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people didn't walk the stage.
I know
Yeah.
Virtual graduation.
Or what they did one person at a time.
Yeah,
Oh,
I did
no,
for my sister. My sister was a senior last year, so she was preparing to go to prom. I mean, she had to be in her dress and everything, and that was all canceled. We had to go to her virtual graduation. She gave a speech, and it was like 2 people at a time. Like it was just like you had to be this far back. It was like days that like maybe 10 students can do the virtual graduation and 10 this day.
Yeah.
So and they just made it into a video for everybody, your whole family to watch.
Damn.
Like it's different. I feel for it.
So like, is it worth it though? Like this fast money lifestyle? Like, do y'all think it's a benefit to it long term, or it's like a short term thing, or like it's like, all right, I'm about to money phone it for a couple years, and then hopefully like I pop, I get famous because people know I got money now.
It can be though.
Depending on your mindset.
How so? You're saying it could be beneficial.
It can be beneficial.
How so?
So I'm putting myself in the scammer's mindset, right?
Okay.
Right.
My motor scammer.
Because I know people would have ran up $500,000 off of this.
And just in living.
Think about it like this. Okay, I told you about the dark web. You know, you can get however many names in the world off of the dark web. All you need is addresses. So imagine our unemployment was $600 a week, an extra $600 a week. But in Cali, it might have been an extra $1,500 a week.
We helping a scammer right now.
Right, take it off.
They probably already here.
Yeah, you right.
But you gotta think, if you got 30 people Social Securities and you got $1,500 rolling in every single week from 30 different cards,
There you up.
Then like they get the mindset of, okay, I can do this. Let me get other people in and be like, look, I can flip your money for you. Just give me your information. I just need a cut, you know. And they
man, they giving people out of like $1,000, they giving them 200.
Yeah.
Pocket the rest.
Yes, literally. Like I heard this
So
thing.
it's really a come up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's no loss for them unless the person snitch or you get
Right.
But
Yeah.
that's what we was talking about. You said the fast money.
Yeah.
So the whole point of today was, what we say, fast money,
What
quick
consequences
fame.
would it bring? Yeah.
What consequences do it bring?
Idolizing celebrity.
Okay, explain that. So what are we counting as idolizing celebrities?
So the thing is, we live in a world where our reality, not specifically us, but like our reality is on a screen, a glass screen and a light shining through it. And a lot of people invest into celebrities to the point where you know more about your favorite celebrity than like one of your close friends. So people get super invested in celebrities where it's like you invest in their drama, in their successes or whatever they got on their personal life, and you forget that they're literally just doing their job.
Yeah.
They're just us doing the job.
And you know what,
Yeah.
y'all? People don't even be realizing that if you support your friends as much as you support these celebrities, your friends will become these celebrities.
Amen.
Some people got the same amount of talent living right next door,
Yes.
but you so pressed on this
You
dude,
so
you
pressed
don't
on
even
this
know.
one. Okay.
I think it's always been crazy though, like, cause like I play football and shit, like my whole life. So like, why I switch paths and I'm done playing football now. Why I post certain shit, I don't get the same views and reaction. Like, why I posted a football picture like 4 months ago, I had like 1,200 likes and comments and shit. I posted just a picture of me on the beach, I got like 500. It's like, damn, like, why such a big dip? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a big dip. It's like, damn, like, I guess.
That's a good point.
But so like, but I thought about this in the shower earlier. When you no longer are, So I was in the shower. When you are no longer like, kind of portraying yourself as this like above human being, where you just become a normal human being, you just become level-headed. You're like, hey, like I go to the beach, I'm with my girl, I'm chilling with the friends. I'm not like in this superhero mode where I got a helmet and like step on.
You become more accessible.
Yeah.
Yes. But can everybody become that accessible? Like, what if your name carries that so much weight? It's hard for you to become accessible. You can't go to the grocery store, or you know what I'm saying, because
Bro, that's a great point. Look, no lie, I promise you, I was at Home Depot today, walking around, getting some lumber to build the wall, and the man stopped me. He said, "What school did you go to?" I said, "Brush." He said, "What number did you wear?" I think you played against my grandson. I said 4. He says you graduated 2015. This man knew who I was from high school.
Yeah.
Probably hype around your name.
You know what I'm saying? Like that type of stuff, regardless if you know it or not. Like I tell somebody else, you a model. If somebody watching your page wanting to be you, like damn, I wish I could get close to her. We was all ball players. It was people watching our page like, damn, he living. I'm trying to be where I'm trying to get like that. I'm trying to be. So in somebody's mind, we are already celebrities.
Yes.
People that's not close to us.
Yeah.
We only become regular to the people that got easy access to us.
Yeah.
Because when you cut the access off and people can't contact you and they can't get in touch with you and they can't pick up the phone and dial your number.
Right.
When that stops, now you become somebody else. Now you like, if you come to town and they don't got your number, oh, Tony Town.
Yeah.
Do you think we put too much emphasis on that though? Like as a culture, as a community, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we all
not even being no type of bougie. I don't want nobody to think I'm trying to be bougie or none of that.
All right, y'all, I'm bougie as fuck. I'm going out there.
But look, I feel like certain people cannot be that accessible.
Like who though?
Right, like what you mean?
Can you give me examples?
I'm
Like,
gonna use myself
names.
for instance. I don't feel like I should be easy to access for everybody.
Oh yeah.
The reason why I say that is because of the career path that I'm trying to take. Like, okay, we on this podcast, right? Think about if we cut off access to half of our followers or people that we follow.
Okay.
Think about if you cut off access to half of our people that we follow. Now, they might not even be paying your page no attention, right? They might see your post. They might see a post about the podcast, scroll right past it.
Right.
But once you unfollow them and they come across their screen and they click on the page and they see that you don't follow them back no more,
right.
now you become somebody different.
Yeah.
As crazy as that sounds, like.
So do you think like it's a cultural thing where like in terms of like I feel like a lot more black people are considered Hollywood because, you know what I'm saying, they don't glamorify certain things or they moved on past like their past.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Lil Durk, you know, I use my example. He say, go get a girlfriend, chill out. Right? I think like that is a fucking beautiful ideology. Like, cause like you think about other rappers, they saying fuck on hoes, get money, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, you got this rapper saying like, get a girlfriend, chill the fuck out. Then you got like a whole list of rappers saying like, fuck bitches, get money. So it's like, all right, we need more of these, but at the same time, we too focused on this to the point where like, it's not healthy anymore. Because like now we like magnascoping this person's like life, you know what I'm saying?
But that's why, and Carter just said that before we even turned on the camera. That's why, and I hate even bringing this man's name up. I'm not even gonna disclose his name. The colorful hair dude, man.
Yeah.
That's why people looking at him the way they looking at him.
The persona he put on.
Yeah.
He was never that person.
Right.
Like I said, we not justifying nothing he did. So we just lay that on the table. I'm not justifying nothing he did. But he was never that person. And he tried to cut off access from the people he grew up with, the people he was around, and he shifted to being around people who was going That's just like think about here, right? Think about here, right? In today's industry, rap industry, you gotta be around 100 niggas to make it in rap.
Yeah.
You have to literally have a video and have 1 million people in the video.
With guns,
Right.
fake ass cars, bro.
No shirts on. Like that's the only way you can make it in rap because people don't want to hear the truth.
I was giving to this man though. But look, we're gonna skip past that. But dude actually did that well though.
Oh no,
If you think about it, and he be talking about it. They got the little what's the thing? The series. What I brought it up.
Oh, Fast. Was it called Fast?
Yeah.
Fast Life, Fast Money.
Yeah, what's it called? Documentary.
Documentary. Yeah.
They did the documentary on there, and he's in there talking about like the people that knew him. Like his only goal was to get famous. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he didn't at any cost. Like he didn't care about the next man beside him. He didn't care about. He was just trying to connect to people who got some clout. He was just trying to be in this space where they knew somebody. He was just trying.
But that's what be wrong with people, man. That's why I hate music today. That's really why I hate music because you got rappers or people that's trying to be rappers just to be famous. They don't love music. They don't care about music. They just trying to make a hit and be famous. Like I'm thinking about myself when I'm making my music. I'm really like
trying to make good music.
I'm trying to make good music. I'm trying to make you feel what I'm saying. I'm trying to put you in the mindset of where I was at. You know what I'm saying? But you got people who and even with sports, even with modeling, I'm thinking about back when I really had to sit down and ask myself one time, like, why am I still playing football? My body is broken. Like, I'm really not enjoying it how I used to when I had my boys with me, and I'm really not enjoying it how I used to. The only thing that kept me playing was because I felt like, okay, as soon as it's over with, I'm finna go to the league and make a whole bunch of money, and it's gonna be fun again.
It's
No.
money that drives.
Before you had the
money that
fans.
drives.
You got the fans. I feel like when you're playing though, and you're good at what you do, you always gonna have fans.
For sure.
Are they really fans or are they just like fake supporters? That's another conversation as well. Because like once
What's
you
the
stop,
difference?
it's a big difference.
Yeah.
Fans are always going to support you whether you're doing
Regardless
football
of
or you a fucking businessman.
I
A
don't agree,
a fake supporter is only going to support you when you're doing good. That's the only thing they care about. Like if you do something different, let's say for instance, like it was a guy from Florida State. I want to say like about 10 years ago. He was a defensive back. He was an All-American, everything, right? He just stopped playing football and became a fucking doctor. People looked at him like he was fucking crazy.
Andrew Luck.
He's really a doctor though.
Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
Andrew Luck retired, and they looked at him like in the middle of his career.
Yeah.
No, you probably don't know. In the middle of his career, he retired and said, "I want to do something different."
Wow.
That's fake supporters though. They only supported him
The
because
man got
they
like a
was benefits.
PhD.
Right.
People don't care about your education, dude.
It's crazy. It is what the thing. That's what.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like the difference between fans because you got fans who when you're doing good, they gonna cheer, and when you're doing bad.
But they were never your real fans then, okay.
Right, any fake supporter.
And that's why it's important when you say access, cut off access. You got fake supporters that's really not really there for you, speaking down on you, or they could be putting roadblocks in the stuff you really want to do. So
let's dive deeper into this cutting off access. Do we feel like that's bougie? And I feel like the way that I described it, like somebody might be watching this.
You might describe it again.
So I'm saying,
okay. I think cutting off access is like, cutting out the people that don't fucking matter. Like if they not bringing you any type of happiness, money, satisfaction, love, loyalty, is no point in having them around you. Yeah.
When I say cutting off access, like, okay, all right, this is me still disclosing my bouginess, right? So occasionally I will go through my people that I follow, be like, bro, I ain't seen you since I'm just being real.
I don't think that's bougie though.
I'm just being real because it's like, why do you have access to me? Why am I following you? I feel like not even putting myself on no type of pedestal or nothing, but I'm trying to be around and only see people that's doing something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see you every time I get on Instagram. I don't want to see you breaking down shells, and I don't want to see that, man.
Right.
I'm trying to. When I turn on social media, I'm trying to make it less toxic as possible.
Same. Like I try to follow people like models. I try to follow things that I can see that's gonna. I look at it and it motivate me.
This might hold up though. I'm about to push back because this might be the exact thing that we touching on. Y'all feeding into this. Okay, idolizing fame. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be around other rappers that are gonna look like this. Or you gotta tap into other models. Like, cause I think about this, and I don't think we there yet. But what about those people that roll, you know what I'm saying, and just average day life or whatever that you may not be trying to connect with on a regular, but what if they catch you, you know what I'm saying, doing something and you're able to inspire them? You know what I mean?
They can follow me.
So you saying you already got the
I ain't a toxic one.
But is Brother Weed toxic?
No, I'm not even. I was just using that as an analogy.
Okay. You just saying just like on a daily basis.
Yeah, like every single time I see you in the car smoking, you got your gun with you, like, bruh, go do something. Go do something.
I always said, like, you know, to be a real gangster, bro, you gotta take care of your fucking family. I think too many people be out here thinking gangsters holding a pistol, having weed on you, having drugs on you, being around 50 niggas. It's like at the end of the day, bro, your family's still in the hood.
Exactly.
You flashing money, but bro, your mom's is still in the same spot she was in when me and you was in middle school.
That is what the culture glorifies.
But it shouldn't. But I think that's the problem.
That's what the culture.
I think that's the problem. That's the fundamental problem
But
in us.
why do they glorify that?
Because
that's all they see on you. All you see sex, money, drugs. That's all you see on your TV, on your cell phone, on the TV shows you watch. If that's all people.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get rid of that.
Yeah.
This is the first thing I thought, but I didn't say it. And I'm just gonna say it. I feel like, because I just watched a video the other day, and it was talking about who run all of those things. If you think about it.
Oh, white people.
Yeah.
I say white folks.
White people. White folks.
And what are they promoting? You know what I'm saying? What music are they allowing to go out?
Yes.
What shows are they allowing to go out? Like,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying we don't got spaces or we don't got people in.
Oh, you sent me that video.
The video, man. Talking about, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna glorify that.
Send
at
me
every
that
turn.
All day long.
Shit,
That's what's making the money.
And it's not positivity for us.
Right.
With people that look like
Yeah,
us.
that's what you think. Talking about the positive music don't never get played, but the music that's talking about drugs, killing each other, us killing each other, and they gonna play it a million times. Think about how many times you heard Back in Blood already.
Who running them record labels, man?
But shit, I'm about to get y'all even more fucked up. It's a record label that literally has, like, in the past like year, they have had like 8 deaths. Signed artists, 8 of them have died, and then they have flipped the money to the point where, like, they just read their replaying list. They just replay those same 8 artists. They making bread off of dead artists.
Man,
they making it like they're making the more bread than the families. Do you think they really give these families that money back?
Hell.
They signed. That's a contract.
And they couldn't wait to push.
Man, what? You still think King Von? Like, you know what I'm saying?
His album just went platinum.
Bro.
Right.
And who benefited from it?
Yes.
The white people, bro.
They had a whole meeting the next day.
Yeah.
This is how we gonna roll it out. This
Yeah.
is how we gonna do this. How much projection we gonna make off of this.
And that's what
But
that's
our fault though.
And
Is
that's
it our
what-
fault?
that's what I
Because
was
they
about
know
to say.
that we gonna fall into it.
But I do think there's a level of responsibility.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what I was gonna say. I don't think it's all of our
I'm not
fault.
saying that.
Yeah.
But like, think about that. If things have been structured that way for so long,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And like we was talking about, we think a lot of times we growing up, we thinking, okay, unless you dribble and shoot a basketball, you know what I'm saying? Unless you making some music,
Yeah.
or unless you in these streets are doing it, you know what I mean? Like unless you have somebody, a positive influence in your life saying, okay, no, you can go this route and do this, you know what I'm saying? Like, then what are we thinking, or what are we
Looking
clinging
up
to?
to,
You know what I mean? Like,
But see, at the same time, and I feel like I used to say that too, but then I stopped saying it because I fell into that category of I don't want to do music because everybody do it, and I know as soon as I start, everybody gonna be looking at me like, oh, he rapping now? When really, I've been trying to do this. You know what I'm saying? I was just keeping it on the back burner for sports. But
you got the right, like you said, you got the right motive. Like,
but people don't want to hear that. So regardless of, like, you might say I got the right motive, right? You might listen to my music like, oh, it's hot. He just sent me some music before one of his games. Like, oh yeah, I'm bumping this before the game. To somebody else, they'll be like, man, this corny. Because you gotta think about what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how it's positive. I didn't have to go try to sell 1 million drugs. I didn't have to carry guns and try to rob. I didn't have to do all of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about how I didn't let my circumstances turn me into something that I wasn't.
Right.
People don't want to hear that. They want to hear I was on my ass, so I had to.
Now, why do y'all think people want to hear that? Is it because like I'm not living this life and it makes me feel like when I sing these lyrics, like it makes me feel confident?
I ain't gonna lie to you. When I listen to Detroit music, I get super fucking motivated. I'm about to go buy some buffs. I'm about to go nuts. I'm about to like go
before
crazy.
the game, when I would listen to Chief Keef, I would feel like I could run through a wall.
Yeah. Why is that though?
I don't know actually. I have no idea. I'm not gonna say a lot to you.
Not about being motivated. Like I feel like that surface level, like you know what I'm saying. Like I'm done listening to music. You know what I'm saying? I'll just ride down the street and I'm listening to some music and I'm just like I hear myself singing the lyrics and I'm just like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like what? But I'm saying like why do we really, or why as a culture or a community are we so drawn to that?
Yeah.
Like that.
Because that's just what we. I don't know.
You don't know.
What society just puts in our face from day one.
And
like,
honestly, go ahead, my fault.
no, I was just gonna say like when you were a kid, you listened to the radio. I mean, I don't know what parents probably like monetize to the point where like you gotta listen to some Disney Channel, but like most of the time you see people all the time post their little babies like, oh look at him singing the lyrics. All
You're saying
that.
the cuss words and all that.
Exactly. So it's like it could start from
That is not okay.
That's just what you grow up.
That is
with.
not okay.
Oh,
That's the level of responsibility that we're talking about.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, though, I do think you have to look deeper on it. Like, so this is a little social work term, macro level, like systems. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like there's systems that's been in place that have perpetuated this over and over and over. You know what I mean? Like it's not just a song that's long.
Yeah. No, for real. I agree with that. But
Y'all messed me up.
I was trying to hit the music. What was y'all saying though?
No, I was just saying like deeper than that, like the people behind it all. You know? Like and again, I do think that like there's gotta be a level of responsibility. But I'm saying like there's been people in places that continue to put these systems in place and allow them to continue to take place. You know what I mean? Like so I feel like that's a factor as well. Like you can't just overlook that.
But you know what though? And I gotta bring this up, as corny as this don't sound. Like I said, when I used to listen to Chief Keef before the game, I would feel like I could run through a wall, right? But I'm just thinking back to like the most successful time of my whole life. I felt like was this past year, in the middle of a pandemic. I feel like that was my most successful time.
yeah.
But I shifted my mindset from what I was listening to, and I don't really listen to all that anyway. Like I'm a J. Cole type of, you know, so it gotta be something that I can relate to. But I shifted not even really listening to music.
Okay.
I got heavy on the podcasts, educational podcast. They wasn't corny type of educational podcasts, but they was helping me.
You learn something.
I'm learning while I'm watching. Like I watch a lot of Russ. I don't know if y'all know who Russ is.
Yeah, no,
White boy rapper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, he was just talking about like the path he took to how he got famous and you know what I'm saying, started making his money. I watched a lot of that. I watched what's my man's name? He always talking about business. He got a podcast. I cannot remember his name. It's a white man though, an older white man. I'm just basically I shifted my mind from listening to those type of songs and stuff like that to podcasts. I was trying to read heavy into my word. I'm watching sermons, you know what I'm saying, in the morning. I'm watching Eric Thomas motivational videos, taking notes. You know what I'm saying? Really critiquing my weaknesses. I'm not paying attention to my strengths. I'm really critiquing my weaknesses. And I will work, you know what I'm saying, to better and try to, what's the word I'm looking for?
You doing the work to help with self-improvement of yourself.
I had never did that before ever in my life.
But see, that's a luxury of yours though, because you got time to do that. A lot of people don't got time to do that. To really sit down and critique themselves and their inner thoughts and stuff, who got time for that? Because everybody living fast.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I used to say that.
Or they don't care. They don't
Or
care.
they don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You know what it was though? I got so used to being an entrepreneur that I would literally not move out of the house or sleep until I have to go do something. Because I got so used to just moving on my own time. Like, all right, I don't gotta punch no clock, so I could just go. No, I started waking up at 8 o'clock every single day, regardless of what day of the week it was, turning on my motivational podcast, motivational speech, something every single morning, and taking notes, cooking breakfast every single morning, working out every single morning.
And that's one of
That type of stuff, it helped my mind.
It helped you.
And so when I seen a celebrity, I was no longer thinking like, damn, I'm trying to live like that.
Right.
No, I was thinking, how can I turn my situation into the best for me?
Right, you define it for yourself, and you're not really looking at anybody else's situation. And
I didn't care about
saying,
that.
this is where I'm becoming. You already got it within you. You're just
Exactly.
bringing it out.
I feel like that's the most motivational. When you see somebody who's on your level, who you can relate to, you know what I'm saying? I'm even thinking about this. Like, I know people who are just like, okay, voices, like that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't famous. You know what I'm saying? Like in mainstream or anything like that.
Right.
But we all got a story. There's things that different people.
Like I said, some people might see us as bougie. Some people might see us as high class.
I'm bougie.
He said
You got a master's degree. You got a master's degree. We both got bachelor's degrees. You probably have a PhD.
That's not even that's not a secret. That's facts. That's people do.
People see us
But
as
that's a whole nother
upwards.
thing. That's a whole nother thing too. I'm about to ask y'all something. Like, how do you avoid that?
You can't avoid
You
it. It's
can't.
your life.
Right.
It's you.
Like, alright, it's annoying. I hate this shit. Being black and being educated
Man.
It's a
is
crime.
It's the
That
most.
said
It's
it's
a
a
crime.
crime.
It's the most depressing shit ever.
It's a crime.
Because you live in this like bubble, right? You know, we all grew up in inner city, live in this bubble where like everyone around us was not really educated, right? Except for your teachers, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Then you make it out, you graduate. Now you enter a new bubble of college people, right?
Yep.
The people you was around initially, how many people like graduated from the people you was around?
Right.
Imagine how many people dropped out or just didn't show up to school no more, right?
Yeah.
Then you kept going. Then you graduated college.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, okay, I want to go to that next step. The people that graduated college, they got jobs. They live with their moms, trying to save money and stuff. Okay, cool. I'm about to go to the next level. I'm about to go get my master's. I'm still in school. I'm working. I'm grinding. People will look at you because since you moved up a step, as he think he better than us.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't have a
They will
conversation with
envy you
him.
for that.
They
But you
will.
literally, but here's my thing though, and I pride myself on this. You already know. You know what I'm saying? There's also you gotta balance. There's black folks, you gotta balance both worlds. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so think about it. I'm about to be at Case Western, PWI, where I'm just being brutally honest. It's predominantly white.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Black
saying?
people don't even get it. You can walk around that campus and not see a black person.
But the fucked up thing is, it's in the middle of the hood.
Yeah, literally.
But you gotta navigate those worlds though, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm chilling with y'all, you know what I'm saying, kicking it on a podcast, and I gotta go step into their space and you know what I'm saying, but my thing is I've always told you, like I pride myself on I know where I came from, you know what I'm saying? Like and I know the people that I came I know the people from where I came from as well, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
like I don't ever think that I'm better than, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
than
Yeah,
for God blessing me to where I'm at, or you know what I'm saying, or put the right people in my life to get to the place that I'm at. But you really cannot stop them for people from thinking that.
I'm gonna be an asshole. You are better than them.
No, you're not.
And we are minimum. No,
Right.
no,
You
listen.
don't have that.
Let me tell you why. Why are we minimizing our accomplishments? What is wrong with us?
because at the end of the day, like we're not better than them because they are successful in what they do. Like we were talking about earlier, scammers. They're successful scammers. These are successful workers at Wendy's. These are successful workers at H&R Block. They're successful in what they do.
Right.
We are just, you can't define success off your educational path or your economic path.
I'm not even just speaking on education.
Okay. So
I'm not even just speaking on education. I'm talking life in general.
But I feel like if you think like that, you're going into that mindset of you versus you versus you versus you, when it should be you versus yourself.
Oh, it is me versus me. So I'm not paying attention to I'm trying to be better than them. It's going to naturally happen. It's just like modeling, right?
Okay.
You walk that stage, somebody else walked that stage, you like, all right, they good, but they ain't.
Okay.
We all play sports. The man behind us, you like, okay, he alright, but I'm better than him. It's the same thing in life.
I guess the point that I'm trying to make is that their value is not any less.
Thank you.
No,
Thank you. You finished your words. Thank you. You can't say that.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I'm not saying that.
Right.
That ain't what I'm saying at all.
All right, rephrase what you said. What you said was crazy.
I said what I said, and I meant what I said. You are better than them. You are better than them because actually, me and my uncle were just having this conversation, right? People love to use their environment as an excuse.
No, but it is a factor.
Yeah,
I just sit in. Okay, so a little bit on my background. And then look, I'm in a role right now. It's called a mitigation specialist. It's in between a social worker and an investigator in a sense. And our whole role is to, and I mean it's larger than this, but I'm just gonna give the short version, is to give context to people's life. You know what I'm saying? Like we see all the time, we got kids or people in the courtroom. It's just maybe a face in the courtroom with a crime and no context. You know what I'm saying? There's a story behind that person. There's history that allowed them to get to the place that they are. Especially these juveniles. I work on juvenile lifers, so that's a whole nother discussion. But what I'm saying is that, so I just sit in on a training. And it was like the GOAT of my field. Shout out Samantha Kennedy. But she has, she's educated, you know what I'm saying, been doing mitigation all over the country. But she was talking about the training, was talking about how our environment affects our clients. Our environmental factors affects who we become.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I'm saying is that
I'm agreeing though.
That's very real. But I thought you were saying that
No. So I'm agreeing
on that.
I'm agreeing, but I'm saying you can only use that as an excuse for so long because we was all in a rough environment.
Yeah.
So what makes me any different from you?
Because you kept going.
And you did it.
But what I would say though is if you take that perspective, it's almost saying that it's like that get up off your bootstrap. I'm saying it wrong, but you know what I'm saying? Pull yourself up by your bootstrap type deal.
Okay.
Like you had someone in your life, Mo, that cared about you and showed you the right way.
You did, and you know what? You know what I like to say? I had somebody in my life that cared about me. I cared about them, so they could have walked right with me. They could have walked that same path that I walked.
But it's also a thing called life.
Think about us.
Shit happened. Yeah.
Think about us. We walked that path together.
I mean, I agree. I agree with you when you say.
I get you, but I don't get you.
Your circumstances do have an effect on your where you are at the moment or where you could have been potentially. But you're right. You can't use that as an excuse for your future.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a part of your past. At one point, you got to decide whether you want to be.
And that's what I'm saying.
But see,
and that's what I'm saying. Win or lose. May the better man win.
But
so therefore, think about it though. So I can be better than somebody in basketball. I can be better than somebody at modeling. I can be faster. I can be better than somebody in football. But I can't be better than them at life.
No.
But that's so.
Because that doesn't even make sense.
It does.
How can you be better than someone at life? Because then you're gonna start breaking it down, and it's gonna go down to money. Yeah, it's gonna go down to money, and
we're not even speaking about money.
But I'm saying, think about.
We're talking about just doing.
Because what if someone is literally happy at working at McDonald's and smelling like fries all day. Happy, like, hey.
But I'm serious. Maybe they walking in there perfect.
Yeah, like they, you know what I'm saying?
They got
like they're fucking fry cook. Like they're fry cook, bro.
2-bedroom apartment.
I don't think nobody.
We don't have no fast food workers, bro.
You're right,
No,
but
like,
that's a stepping stone. So I'm not saying because you work at McDonald's, I'm better than you.
So what are you saying? That's what I'm trying to get to.
Use McDonald's to get you somewhere else. That can just be temporary.
But what if?
Okay, I need this right now.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get here versus okay, I'm just going to work. I'm just going to work. McDonald's fired me off. Let me go to work. I'm just going to work. And then that cycle repeats for your whole life.
I think you gotta want to help yourself.
That's what I'm saying.
100%.
And that's what comes with being better.
What did that person
That's
do
what I
doing
mean.
better?
I don't like this better shit.
Tough
Yeah.
because
You don't want to accept it, but it's the facts.
But the thing is I definitely. But you said you agree with me on the sense of that no one's like everyone has
Value.
Value. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody
It doesn't
has
mean
value.
that
Every life is
it's
valuable.
valuable or yeah. Like that's what I'm trying to get
Yeah,
at.
no,
like,
I'm not saying my life is more important than it's the next man's life. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is, I'm trying to word it in a way that will be.
you are reaching towards your full potential, and they're or not even maybe
So
not
look,
because
we all started here, right? Let's say we all jump to the second stair, boom, right? Let's say we jump again, but I can jump higher than you now because I've been working. So instead of jumping to the third stair, I skip the third stair and jump to the fourth. And you
But what
on
if
the
his
third.
leg broke? How you gonna read up the
That's
stairs?
different.
I got
Yeah, what
it.
if
You never did this activity then. This activity where you all start in line. I don't know if you ever did it. You all start in line and they mention in certain situations you either move up, you stay there, or you move back.
You go back. Okay.
This is literally how life works, bro. Like, that's why I say you can't say you're better at life than someone because there's so many life obstacles that's gonna either move you up, make you stand still, or make you move back. So,
And I'm not.
so
what
if
I'm
your
saying is-
so for instance, like if your mother died, right? If your mother died and they push you back a little bit, right? And while this person is still moving forward because they don't have the same circumstances as you. This is real life, right? Because this is real life situations. Right. That's why I say you can't say someone's better. You can't say you're better than someone in life.
You know why? And I'm not saying I don't have no empathy towards that. Somebody else's mom died, and they still made it through because they wanted to.
But people have different motivation factors, then, bro. Because like I ain't gonna lie, my mom died, bro. I'm taking a month off, dude. I gotta really grieve. You know what I'm saying?
I feel
I gotta grieve. But then once I grieve, it's I'm on fucking 10. I'm motivated now.
You are not going to let that stop your whole life.
No, but then for that month, somebody probably kicking my ass.
that doesn't mean that person is better, bro.
That's what I'm trying to say, and that's what I'm getting at.
That's a different. Now we're talking about deaths and
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Those different situations.
But
those are different.
are they real life situations though that really happen on a day-to-day basis?
I think it's too many factors.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you can't say you're better at life than somebody.
I
So
understand.
why can you say you're better at anything else?
Because
No, I
you
get
can
that.
literally break down attributes in the things.
And I can literally break down life attributes that I'm better than
But life
somebody
is
else.
not
broad. Yeah, life is broad.
That's
and
what I'm
then you
trying to
gotta
say.
think people
Very
handle
broad.
situations differently.
Athletics are
That
broad.
person might not even be in the same
Modeling
mental
is
state.
broad.
No, it's not.
There's
Yes, it
benchmarks.
is.
That's what I'm saying. They're like different ways you're talking about, dude.
There are certain benchmarks in football. There are certain benchmarks in business. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not certain benchmarks in life. Everyone has a unique experience, bro.
Yes.
And I'm not saying we all gotta be on the same level. I'm not saying everybody go out here and go get a PhD.
You trying
That's not
to
what
get
I'm
people
saying.
to tap into their full potential and actually
That's
want
it.
to.
Actually, even if
That's
you
a better way of saying it, dude.
want to tap into your full potential.
But
Don't be
I feel
okay
like
with never
I feel
being
like
who you are.
people who are okay with it, that doesn't mean they necessarily don't want to. Maybe their mental capacity is just not in a state for them to even want to. Maybe they don't see the bigger picture to even say, I want to. These are, like you said, these are all the things that you do. You wake up, you listen to your sermons, you work out.
But I wanted to do that.
Right, but what if they are not mentally there yet?
Or what if you got
I
a
wasn't
mentor,
mentally there.
or what if you have a mentor or someone to like really guide them through like life, or like through situations,
I
or
understand that, but
because
nobody told me to wake up.
But
and
you
stimulate
gotta
my
understand,
mind.
you are an exceptional person.
I get that.
You can't use your way of thinking for everyone else in life. You got a billion people in the world, right? Not everyone gonna think like you, not everyone be motivated like you. So the majority of people probably need someone to guide them through it, mentor them through the situation.
And you don't want to take on their experiences.
Yeah.
You never know what they did go through.
Exactly.
You know.
And there was protective factors in your life that allowed for that. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like taking that perspective is saying that you are in the place where you're at solely because of you.
No, never. I always tell people, even when people ask me like, yo, how did you do this restaurant? How did you do it? I didn't, bro. God gave it to me. People don't be wanting to hear that. People really they don't be wanting to hear that.
That's right.
Like they be like, yo, for real, bro, how did you do it?
That's a whole nother.
I didn't do
That is,
anything,
that's
bro.
a
Like
big discussion.
I just walked into it. Like
Have faith and yeah.
Yeah.
and people don't want to hear that. That's real life to me. That's
Some people not connected to God in that way to even hear that and feel that. But I mean,
That's real too. You know?
yeah. But when I don't want y'all to think I'm devaluing a human life when I
No, I
say
get what
better,
you're saying.
or I'm not being empathetic towards certain situations.
Right.
There's always certain situations that's gonna stop somebody from, like if you tear your ACL, you gotta miss a season. I go to the NFL the season you missed.
so
Like-
let's turn that back to celebrities and the conversation of are they, if you have fame, popularity, influence, if you're considered a famous person, are they better than the average person or a person that's trying to be in that field and just can't really touch that yet? What y'all think?
I think that's interesting.
That's what I'm saying. No, that makes sense.
Because I mean, like,
I don't think so.
I don't know.
think so, but
I don't know.
because I'm not counting fame and money and stuff like that as being better.
What is fame?
I'm speaking
Right.
strictly off of go out
Be the best you can
and
be.
be the best
Walk
you
in
can
purpose,
be.
whatever
Yeah.
it is.
And that's what I'm
Live
saying.
your best life.
Don't be
All of it.
comfortable never reaching your full potential.
Yeah.
It might not be in my full potential to ever be famous, a famous millionaire rapper.
Right.
And that's why I was trying to get at is that, and I'm never gonna stop walking in purpose or keep pushing forward. Like I'm never gonna do that, especially if even for someone, you know what I'm saying, is saying, oh, you think you better or this or that. Nah, man. If you get to know me, you know better than that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep doing my thing. But
Right.
but you know me too. I always just pride myself in of like I do want to be able to step into whatever space, you know what I'm saying? Because you know some bougie folks that ain't even about to go to the park no more. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't about to go around these people no more. But like, what if we are the individuals that they need to be around for them to tap into that potential?
And I'm glad you just said
What
that.
if-
Yeah.
Because you know what I was about to say? Boom. Think about the people that you don't want to be around. Why don't you want to be around them? Like, I got NFL friends who I can call whenever. Right? Matter of fact, I'm gonna just throw one of my friends' names out there. Rasul Douglas. He played quarterback for the Panthers right now. This is one of the realest people I ever met in my life. This man do not like fame at all. And if he talking to somebody who he feel like is just, and this is not even him being bougie because he's not bougie at all. But if he talking to somebody who just like you said, just working at McDonald's just to work at McDonald's, he be like, yo, bro, what's your plan after that? Like, I ain't saying you got to go out here and go get $1 million, but he gonna ask you like,
Right.
what's your plan after that? We could be playing the game. You on this game, bro? What's your plan? Because we all playing the game, but we strategized. Like this summer, we opened up a whole a gaming company together. We like, man, we playing this game all day. We might as well open up a gaming company. Hosted 3-4 different tournaments. You know what I'm saying? Had the NFL players matched up against each other. Deshaun Jackson was in it. Eric Armstead. We had something going on.
Yeah.
But I say that to say, he don't think that he's better than anybody because of money. His whole, and this is, he got me, you know what I'm saying, really understanding it a little bit more too. His whole thing is go out and do something.
But about to rebuttal this whole thing though. He has the resources to think like that. Because but there's people, like I told you before, these people, like the people you just discussed, are exceptional. You always gotta think about people that don't have the same resources as you. So for them, the resource they have is bare minimum or none. So they can't think what's next. It's no next. It's right now. You know what I'm saying? Like survival mode. So we was talking about that last episode. Survival mode is a real thing where like McNeil always say this in his music. Like, bro, I wasn't thinking about where I was turning 21. I was thinking about like, am I gonna survive the night?
Gonna make it
yeah, like dreams and nightmares. Like that. If you really listen to that song, bro, he talk about his life experiences and what's really going on now. Like,
so what do y'all think then the factors that play a role to get into that place? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about where you, however you want to define it, but I mean, I call it walking in purpose. You know what I mean? Like, but like what, or trying to get to your full potential. Actually, you know what I'm saying? Going and getting it. What do you think it is?
I'm gonna tell you right now. I tell I mentor a couple people. I tell my little mentees is like, listen, like you are one person away from reaching your motherfucking goal. Keep connected. Keep reaching out. Like maximize your resources. Like that's why I got in the practice. I want to maximize my whole resources. Like it's a list of resources I got. I want to maximize all. You know what I'm saying? Resources can make you a better person, make you a better woman, make you a better man, make you better just overall like educationally, like professionally, entrepreneur. All that can be better if you maximize the resources. Like you probably know someone that can do that thing in the kitchen. But guess what? You don't want to maximize resources because you want to pay nobody. You want to do it yourself, right? But I'm
a resource.
Yeah, you are your own resource. But that's what I'm saying. But like at the end of the day, like I think as people, especially black people, we gotta maximize our resources. Don't shortcut people by saying, "Oh, I know you. I give you $5. I know you charge $1,000, but charge me half out of love." Like, no, maximize it. Pay them $1,000 because then it's gonna go back to you
if you can.
I'm gonna push back on that though too because, and I agree with you there. Yeah. We got to network. We got to, you know what I'm saying, and knowing people and utilizing people. But like, we're just what Mo was saying. Like, what about those folks who had access to folks who could put them closer to their purpose or closer to what just didn't go that route. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so that's what I'm saying is that I can't, and I don't know if tonight we're gonna figure out that motivating factor that would drive everyone to that. I think I have something in my mind, but and I know it kind of motivates me but I'm saying like, what other things do we think? Because that can't be the only thing.
Oh no, I don't think it's the only thing. But I think it's a main like issue. I think it's a real big issue.
Like we said last week though, still to this day, you said it too. I'm gonna forever have a chip on my shoulder because of how I grew up. So that chip fueled me through my whole life. It's never gonna stop because I it's never gonna stop. So like once I reach a level, I'm always trying to see what's the next level I can reach. What's the next level I can reach? And the only thing that I can think of that fuels me is I'm thinking back to how it was when I was a kid, and I never want to go through that. I never want to go through it.
Is it fucked up that like when bad shit happens to me, like I get extra motivated?
Me
like
too.
when I go through breakups, I get extra motivated. I get more busy. When I fucking like I go through like real life family situations, I get super busy to the point where like I'm going nuts. Like, but I'm being super successful in everything. Like top of the year.
And if you notice, that's when you're most successful.
Yeah, top of the year, had a lot of family stuff going on.
When your negative situation pop up, that's when we are the most. Oh man.
Yeah. Because we learned that everything we go through, we gotta keep going. We made it out of that, so we gonna continue to make it out. So we got that same mentality. So when situations come up, it's like, okay, strong. Tough times build strong people. So I'm gonna just be strong and keep doing what I gotta do to distract me from what's going on.
Exactly, and that's what I mean by you are better.
And you know what? I thought about something else that might go with that. I was watching this podcast and it was like saying to rank yourself on like a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the best person in your field of whatever you do. and you go down the list all the way to 1, you put yourself on that list too. You might be a 5, you might be a 6, but if you put yourself at a level 6 compared to this level 10, it's like, how can you expect certain things coming to you if you only at a level 6? Trying to get up to a level 10, then you need to be doing things that the 10 is doing. So I mean, I can kind of see when you.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's in a profession.
Right, but not an overall life.
But you can relate it. Everything relates to life.
Life is
Everything.
God, bro.
So,
Think about all the things that we cannot control.
It is, but it's not. Think about all the things that you cannot control on the football field. But if you got a quarterback, they got a good offensive line, and a quarterback that don't have an offensive line, he's going to put up better numbers. He might be better, but he's going to put up better numbers, and people are going to say he's better. We're not worried about that.
There's this book about 2 kids that had the same name. They lived down the street from each other, but one of them grew up in a certain situation where they were struggling. Other kid grew up and he had all these great things going for himself, but the person who was struggling made it out and made a good life for himself. I don't know what happened to the other person. I never read the book personally, but it just kind of shows like how your circumstances can, have an influence.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why I said.
But so you're saying the person who was struggling, man.
Yeah, in this book situation.
All right, but do you think we focus too much on the shit we can't control rather than the stuff we can control? Because like I'm one of the type of people, if I can control it, I'm not about to be bothered. I'm not gonna think about it. You can't control it. The things I can control, I'm going to make sure I maximize that all the time.
After you just said that, that's what makes you better.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. All because I have an alternative way of thinking about situations, though.
No, you understand that. We didn't always understand that.
But it took. But you know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you exactly. It took me to. I had to go through a dark moment in space to understand this side, though. Mm-hmm. Like it wasn't like I woke up one day like, yo, I got some focus on things I can't control. It's like, no, like, had to go through like a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Internal work,
yeah.
Fucking relationship, bullshit, everything. But no, because not everyone. I don't know, man.
It could bring more peace to you because you're not so focused on the negative things or what's not going right or where you're not at or you not like this celebrity. But it's making you more so look at yourself and the things that you can do that's little things. Rather than I could say hi to somebody today or just speak to somebody and my energy might just make their day better. Little things like that.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying there's certain individuals who wake up and they go about the day. And they not thinking about any of that, and even the times when it does come up, and like they have a realization of it, they don't face it, and they just keep living life. You know what I'm saying? Like, so say you're struggling with this area of life, you're like, okay, I recognize that, I'm gonna change that, or I'm gonna work at that to get better at that. But there's other people, and I do know folks. They look it right in the eye, they see it, and they just like, nah, I can't deal with that. or I'm not going, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get any better than that. And I do feel like that is hindering people. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
People.
Like, if you're not strong, go lift some weights. Eat the right food.
But
if you're not healthy, go eat the right food. Go exercise.
But it's more complex than that, though.
It's literally not.
It really is. You can't go lift weights if you can't do a push-up and lift your own body weight. You gotta start there first. So I think you move to this step. You gotta be able to push yourself up.
But you
right, but I'm saying that's where you start at. Yeah, that's a step.
Okay, so say take a step. Don't say, dude, that's up.
That's what I'm saying. But they not even. It's people that not even taking steps.
Okay.
And you're saying that individuals who are willing to move are better than individuals who are staying stuck.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
So what do you classify as stuck though? Because that matters.
And in those individuals who are stuck, is there factors that are playing a role in them being stuck? You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to go in at 100 different topics, but I'm saying
so I feel like I got you. I feel like moving and elevating, stuck and complacent is all 3 different things. Because if I'm moving and I'm elevating, okay, I'm just putting good stuff in the air and I'm getting good returns. If I'm stuck, I think about when I'm here stuck, I think about like writer's block. So I might be
pause.
It's just a pause. I might be stuck on a book for 2 years, but I'm still coming back to this book. I'm looking at it. I'm
trying to figure it out.
Trying to figure it out.
Okay.
I'm jotting down ideas. Complacent is I'm
okay with not getting better.
That's it. I gotta, or I like to tell people, anybody that know me know if you got a gift, I'm gonna push you and push you and push you and push you and push you to use it. I don't care what it is. I'm gonna push you to use it and turn it into something else. I don't care what it is. If you have a gift and something that you love doing, I'm gonna push you to do it. So when I hear when I think about complacent, I think about let's think about somebody who can sing, but they don't want to work on their voice. They don't want to write songs.
Right.
They don't want to do anything. They just want to sing in the shower. You're complacent. So now we go back to those people that you said, let's say that person works at McDonald's, but you have an amazing fucking voice.
You got a gift.
But I also would say this. Okay, so that just made me think of Queen Aisha. So she sings, but she was never using her voice as a way to like put herself out there, you know, make it in the industry until she went through a situation where her husband, and he heard her, she made a song. That song fueled her career. So what if people have to go through these things before they can do something that flip that switch in their life, you know? Like what if they have to struggle just a little bit more? That has to happen for this to happen in their life. So
I could see that too. But I mean, I'm still gonna be.
But I get what you're saying. You're still gonna be, if it's people in your circle and then they're not doing nothing, yeah, you're gonna critique them.
I'm never gonna watch any of y'all just stop.
Yeah.
Not gonna watch it.
But that's the type of friend, that's the type of supportive person that you should be.
And that's what I'm saying. So, and when you got somebody like that, when you said y'all was talking about environment, your environment, this and that. No, because it's people that I grew up with. We was close to each other and we was in the same environment, and when I took a step, they stayed behind me. And I might have been tugging and pulling at them to come, they stayed behind me. No, step with me. Step with me. I'm trying to do something better. I'm trying to not be in this situation no more, so step with me. I'm showing you how to do it.
But what if their purpose is to not take a step?
No. Nobody's purpose is
But
to be
listen, real shit though, right? So real shit. Maybe someone's purpose in life isn't defined yet. Like maybe they haven't like even reached that point where they are connected to anything except for just like their environment.
I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? I know there's people that don't know their purpose yet or fully ain't walking in it, but I'm saying you can still take a step, even if you don't know the direction.
You take a step. You don't know where, but
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that step starts with I felt like my step to my success before all of this happened was me literally breaking down myself in every single way possible. Like I was literally watching sermons and motivational videos and taking notes daily on okay, he said this. I don't do that. So let me write this down.
Yeah.
Let me write down how to do this. That's how you elevate yourself.
Yeah.
That's how you get unstuck.
That's what I'm learning. The same thing. It's like every day I'm trying to figure out, okay, I got a board that I write on, and I'm writing things down like. So I get that.
The reality is some people need some help getting to that point.
Getting to that point.
Self-actualization or self-realization. You know what I mean? Like actually, because we were talking about identity and stuff. Some people just don't know who they are.
Exactly. Those are the people that idolize them celebrities.
Yeah, they're not connected spiritually to God. They just, this is what they see, this was in their face.
So you telling me that don't make us better? Are y'all honestly telling me that? Like I'm being real.
I can't say I'm better than somebody in life, bro.
Yeah. Like,
Honestly, because like we all go through different situations, and I hope those people that's in that dark space make it out. Because
for sure.
some people can't. You know what I'm saying? Mental health is real. Stuff like that is real. So, you know, you can't say you're better in life than somebody because them dark spaces get real. You know what I'm saying? So
I would say God puts just as much value on their life.
Yeah.
He does, and that's why I said not the value. Not the value. We're talking about the potential, the
You just maximize your potential a little bit earlier than them.
yeah, that's what I mean.
That's all.
So somebody who never maximized their potential.
Just they maximize their potential. They still pending. Maybe one day they get there,
Right,
maybe one day they
right.
don't.
Time expires.
Yeah, it does expire, but guess what? That's their life.
I know supernatural beings don't exist, but lately I've been having dreams. I got a genie. He said you get 3 and he ain't giving out no freebies. These burdens piled up, I need 100 just to free me. Wishes in my hand, I gotta think about my fam. Of course I need some money, but what about my grams? That swelling and that aching in the body hurting bad. Grandpop's addicted, tell me money gon' help that. I only got 3 wishes, gotta take care of my mom. All the money in the world, it couldn't buy you peace of mind. So